Warning! The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Geoguessr. We are playing a balanced world today. It's a map by Debre, 3-minute time limit, and I believe this is the Sri Lankan car. The poll, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's unique. Then I saw the car. So we are in somewhere in the Sri Lankan teardrop-shaped island. Will we find it? No. Will we have a chance to find it? Probably not. We are going to pretty much be screwed the entire way. We're going to be able to find language, and that's going to just confirm our suspicions. But I doubt we're going to find anything that's going to be like, hey, you're in the northeast quadrant. Now, Sri Lanka is on GeoTips, and the 6th string added so many countries yesterday. I am working on Mexico. I should have it updated by the end of today. Are we not in Sri Lanka? The car fits for Sri Lanka. The gas station says Lanka. But it's weird seeing just English and no other clues. Which actually helps me because I'm stupid. And it could tell us a town name. Or we could get a bunch of other signs that don't really have any information. Omathai? Omanthai? I can't quite read what that is, but it looks like it starts with a C. Is there a town called Omanthai? Because Omanthai Hardware sounds like it could be a hardware store for a town called Omanthai. If not, we do have a town there. Let's go back to the first sign we saw. Training and Service Center. Vavuniya branch in Vavuniya. So that's what we're looking for. Vavuniya. Okay. And then we have Omanthal, which could be around Vavuniya. And Vapak Kulam. Like, these could be districts inside of it. Because it doesn't feel like we're really near that. Here's Omanthai. Because it says Vamankulu, Omanthai, and Vavuniya. So, where would then be Vepam Kulam? I don't quite see it. But I feel like we're closer to here than Vavuniya. Because Vavuniya seems like it's a larger place. Let's just guess. We do get the better score. It ends up being a little bit further south. I don't see the other town that we were looking for, but 2 miles off is not bad at all. An extra 400 points. It's a good start. It's a very good start. Right hand side of the road, yellow divided line. That looks like Israel. Maybe not. I thought from what we couldn't see that it was going to be Hebrew, and that definitely is right there. So Israel, Palestine. For the sake of Geoguessr, because, you know, there's not really a good way to determine who owns what. They're kind of the same. I know they're not, and that's a huge political thing. But this is strictly for the sake of country streaks. Not the new country streak thing that they added. I believe that's a little different. But for the sake of country streaks, as we, the community, have created it, it's about the same. It's just for convenience sake when it comes to guessing places. Kind of like how Greenland is a part of Denmark. Kind of, yeah, it's a territory, but if you're going to guess it on Street View tips, I believe you need to guess Greenland specifically. But our version, you just need to guess Denmark or Greenland. Obviously, you're not fucking up Greenland and Denmark, but for the sake of argument, it's the same. Now, as we progress, we seem to find a lot of broken coverage. I feel like if it's gonna be in the West Bank area, we know what cities it has to be. It's either Bethlehem, Ramallah, or Jericho. Those are the only 3 in that West Bank area that are covered. I want to guess the West Bank because of the language we saw. I knew that wasn't Hebrew. So that leads me more likely to guess the current region we are in. Now, I'm not too familiar with that region. It does feel like we are on a hill, and there is what appears to be mountains to the west, and I believe that's in Ramallah or Bethlehem. I don't believe Jericho has that. And this is from just playing the game. This is just what we have learned. Now, obviously, we could be in Israel. I think Obviously, with all the Hebrew and the yellow fucking license plates, that it fits with that. But whatever that first language we saw was, I don't know what it was, but I know it's not Hebrew, is the only reason we're leaning more towards guessing West Bank area. So now it's literally a 50-50 between two cities. Will we get the cities right? Probably not. There's a lot of variation. It feels like we're on a hilltop. I don't know if that's important. If it is, I don't know which city is built on a hill. But I think it's a general area, and it's a good general area. We don't need to waste the 20 seconds. And it ends up not actually being West Bank. It ends up being a lot further north. It looks like it's another disputed region. At Kotsrin? I don't know how to do a QU. Q without a U. I don't. That doesn't exist in English. We have Qatar. Never mind. Kotsrin? It's Kotsrin now. Losing 200 points of our lead, so we're down to 200. Orange dirt road in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere. Could be Brazil. The sun, if we get a good view of it, feels like it's to the south, but it also could be to the north. Follow the shadows. It looks like north and going southeast, west. So it should be Brazil. I think the only other option would have been maybe... Yeah, no, that's a Volkswagen. There's no way you're going to find a Volkswagen over in Southeast Asia. It's got to be Brazil. It's got to be. The orange dirt soil's obviously everywhere but the northeast, so fuck the northeast. Can we find a sign on the side of the road that might lead us towards a good guess? Maybe. We should go with Piranha because that's where everyone guesses when they don't know where they are. Although the northwest might be a play. It's pretty hilly, and I feel like that's going to be close to Colombia or Peru. Just makes sense. Usually the southern part of Argentina. Well, no, the northern part of Argentina is rather flat. So I bet the southern part of Brazil is also pretty flat. So Roromia or Amapa, probably best guess in my opinion. We do have the forests. You do see these images pretty clearly in Brazil. And I believe that's mostly to the west. I know there is some coverage in the Amazon, but we really don't want to do that. Mainly because it's so far away from everything else. Our first look at a sign, and it's, in my opinion, Portuguese. Pere is a stop sign. What the fuck did we just go down? Some base, Estrado, it's definitely Brazil. We're near a major city, so maybe close to Boa Vista. I'm not good with city skylines. We're going to head towards it. Hopefully we can find a name. I know we don't have a lot of time left. There is a sign. The Gimnasio Municipal, Prefecture, Centro, and Barranco. No. Neither of that makes sense to me. I don't think the individual regions are called prefectures. I'm pretty sure they're called states. The state of Panera, the state of Roraima. So, I guess Boa Vista makes sense. I hope Boa Vista makes sense. It's whoever gets the best guess here is probably going to walk away victorious. Honestly. And nothing that we could use. I didn't see any doubles. Sadly, we can't really go the way we want, and except now we can. I didn't see any phone numbers. I didn't see any websites. There was a phone number right there, but it's too late. It's a 3, and it's a 9. Way further south. Botucatu. So because of that, we're going to lose. 100%. That one Brazil guess. We found a phone number when? The end of the round? This should be the United States. Could be a Canada. We have C.E. Gallo and Washington Street. Usually you don't see a Washington Street in Canada. So this has got to be the United States. Papa and Company, Po' Boys Burgers. Bus stop. No front plate. And white hell for the back plate. So, unless that's a fluke, no front plate. No front plate. So, yeah, no front plate. Gas, beer, hot food, open AM to PM. It doesn't even have time. Judge Scott Christian, Louisiana Supreme Court. I think I know where we are. Awesome. So, where in Louisiana are we? We have Your, with 2 E's, and Washington. Advertise here. No thank you. I'd like to see a, I don't know, state road sign, U.S. highway sign, U.S. interstate sign, secondary highway sign, county sign. Actually, I don't want to see the county signs. That was LA 1. This is LA State Highway 1, which is not to be confused with Shield 1, which is over here. I can't believe we found it. I don't know what town we're in. We don't have a name for wherever we are. We do have, when you smoke, they smoke too. Does that say Northwest Louisiana? Is there a one up in... There is a one up in Northeast. I don't see a name of the town still. Shreveport. Shreveport. Return to start. We are near Washington and Cabot in Shreveport. So we're going to look near where I would assume it could be. Now, I don't remember the crossroad when we went off of this street, so we're just going to look for Washington. There's probably 6 of them. We're looking for name areas. They usually stack names together. Marshall, McNeil, Milliam, Cotton, Fairfield, Pickle, Lawrence, Hope, Butler, Anner, Logan, Myrtle, Webster, Dale, Holtzman, Bowman, Chester, Ashton, Weinstock, Gary, Jordan, Dove, Walnut, Prospect, Leander, Wilkerson, Boulevard. That's the worst name for a street. Wyandotte, Topeka, Alberta, Roosevelt. Hold on, Washington. East Washington, I saw it. Alright, and then we take East Washington to Cabot, so we're right here. When we return to start, we are north. We didn't even get to move it. But we do get the perfect score off. Fucking. Oh yeah, it's Yori. Yori Drive. Amazing. I can't believe we found that at the last fucking second. And yet, we lost everything in Brazil. We're back in Portugal. Not Portugal, fucking Brazil. I mean, I guess it could be Portugal. But it's definitely Portuguese. And that says Santa Rita. Water to our east. Where's Santa Rita? I'm not too sure. We might be able to find it. Sal Motarios, Porto Seguro, Salvador, Joe Pessoa, São Luís. Okay, we didn't find it anywhere. Alright. Dude, I don't know. We're going to look for phone number. Phone number is going to give us a region. With the region, we can then try and find what we want. It's definitely Brazil. One of these might have a 2... This is Amapa. The government of Amapa. That is right here. So, we know we're in Amapa. There's a place called Amapa in Amapa. I don't think that's where we are. We might be closer to Macapa. And this is actually one of the smaller regions. So, maybe we could find something else? That's pretty important. The Ako Macapa probably puts us in Macapa. Right? Makes sense to be down here. Rua, which is the road we're on, Hildemar Maya. Can we see that on the coastline? Because we're on the coastline. The Praca Zaguri, Bella Rio, and the Bella Rio. So not here. What about further south? I saw the Rio, but we're looking for Rua. The Rua, the Rudu Lakshra. Maybe not. We're literally right on the body of water. Do we see that weird pier? There's the weird pier. So we're right here-ish. We have to be. There's a traffic circle, but there isn't a traffic circle. And there's the weird shit. Unless it's a different weird shit. Where's the traffic circle on the coastline near the weird shit? It has to be this. There's no other weird shit. Like, that is a long fucking dock. And there's only one of those. And we're right south of it. We have to be here. We have to be. And it ends up being further south. The weird shit, not even listed. Here's the traffic circle. What a shitty fucking thing. Really? You show us a long dock and then you tell me we're wrong? We're not going to win because of the original Brazil. If we had a better guess than the original Brazil, we definitely had that in the bag. Our worst guess besides that would have been Israel. And I think even then we would have still won by about 200 points. But that's assuming, obviously, we would have stayed within reason on that first Brazil. So let's go check out the high score. In first place is E. Chandler at 23,962. So 4,000 points. And we got 608, so it's clearly within possibility. Calamity in second, getting a better guess for the first Brazil, but not quite on it. Beating us on that one by 1,300 points, which is about what you beat us by overall. So it came down to that first Brazil guess. 59, actually getting a good score in Brazil, but not so great in the United States. So I hope if you're watching, you saw what I found, and you're able to use that moving forward. If you're still struggling with the United States, it is now on GeoTips, although it is, and it's going to be a full disclaimer, generic. We are working on a map to get all 50 states their due, because 335 different area codes and well over 75 different variations of license plates means that you can't have that on one page. We came in fourth at 20,171 with a really bad round 3 guess, and Bo in fifth, not getting either of the Brazils or the United States. So hopefully, Bo, if you're watching as well, you see what we saw, and you're able to use that moving forward to improve your scores. But that's going to be where we call it. Now, we do have one more video today. It's going to be the 5 o'clock Pro League. Sadly, the 11 o'clock video had to be canceled because I started it earlier in the week to make sure it was, in fact, South Korea for GeoTips. And then the update came, and something with the update, I'm guessing, I don't know for sure, broke it because I was unable to play it. It said that the seed didn't exist for whatever reason, and that struggled with me. The next country has already been added. It was added a while ago. We may add some additional information, but that Pro League will have the information on GeoTips. And then next week, we are working on adding that as well. But I do want to say thank you for everybody who joined us. I have about 9 hours of footage I need to now go edit. It's not going to be done until I get back from vacation, but the pro video was recorded yesterday. It was a lot of fun. We all got lost, and we ended up at a very, in my opinion, funny location. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But I am now going on vacation, so I look forward to seeing you guys all on Wednesday. There will be a few links. There will be a link for both Wednesdays as well as a Thursday, just so that we can have a little extra amount of time for those of you who want it. But I do look forward to seeing you guys all then. Make sure you check the channel every day at 3 p.m. Eastern. There should be a video up for you guys to keep you guys entertained while I am gone. But until then, enjoy the rest of your day, your weekend, and the beginning of next week. And bye-bye.